All right. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
How are you guys today?
Good.
We good? Not good? How come you're not good? How come you're not good? How come you're not good? You're tired. How about you? Are you good?
Awake is tired.
Awake-ish tired? What about you, Monroe? Are you good?
Because I got to play with my big monster and put it on today.
You got to play with the big monster and put it together today? That's awesome. So, today we're going to talk about punctuation. Do you know what punctuation is in a sentence? Sadie, what is punctuation?
A punctuation is something you put at the end of a sentence.
That's right. So what is something that you could put at the end of a sentence, Malachi?
A period.
A period. What else? Sadie.
Question mark, exclamation mark.
Question mark, exclamation mark, right? Those are all important parts of a sentence, right? They help us to know what kind of tone of voice to use in a sentence, right? So if you're using a period, how do you think your voice might go?
I rode a bike today.
Good. What about if you had a question? If there's a question mark at the end of a sentence, how do you say your name? Is that how you would say a sentence with a question mark?
Yeah.
What about if you had an exclamation point?
I'm so excited that today is my birthday.
That's right.
I'm so excited. I love school. It's the first day of school.
That's awesome. Great. So you guys already know that. What's another important part of a sentence?
Capital.
Capital, right? You need a capital every time you do what?
Start a sentence.
Every time you start a sentence, you need a capital letter, right? So, I have, what we're going to start out with today is this video I have about punctuation, okay? So, you may not know it, that's okay, but if you start to kind of know it, because it kind of repeats itself, you can try singing along with it, okay? You ready?
Yes.
A sentence begins with a capital letter. A capital letter is a letter that's big. A capital letter is not a small letter. A capital letter is big, big, big. A sentence ends with a period, or an exclamation, or a question mark. A sentence always ends with a period, or an exclamation, or a question mark.
You can get up and dance
So,
if you want.
my dog is great.
No.
Is a sentence, the M is a capital, yeah, that's right. My dog is great. Is a sentence, it ends with a period, that's right. And do you like bugs? Is a sentence, the D is a capital, yeah, it's big. But do you like bugs? Is also a question, therefore it ends with a question mark. And also, there is a monster. Is a sentence, the T is a capital, yeah, it's big. There is a monster. Has a strong feeling, so therefore it ends with an exclamation mark.
You can copy the song now. It's probably going to say the same thing.
Sentence begins with a capital letter. A capital letter is a letter that's big. A capital letter is not a small letter. A capital letter is big, big, big. The sentence ends with a period, or an exclamation, or a question mark. The sentence always ends with a period, or an exclamation, or a question mark. Yeah.
What'd you guys think of that song? You didn't like that song? But yay. But it taught you, right? What did it teach you? What was one thing it taught you, Monroe? That a sentence begins with a what?
Capital.
A capital letter, right? A capital letter is big or small? Big. What is one thing it taught you, Malachi?
You have to put a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so as we're learning punctuation, okay, I have this chart right here, and it has our chant on it, when we go through punctuation, we're going to say this chant, okay? And I want us to say it 3 times. I'll say it the first time, and then you guys can repeat it after me, okay? It goes, a sentence begins
A sentence begins
with a capital letter,
with capital letter,
is a complete thought,
is a complete thought,
and has a period,
it has a period,
question mark,
question mark,
or exclamation mark at the end,
at the end. Exclamation mark at the end.
right? And down here I have some visuals to help us, right? We have the capital letter, so you know the capital letter is big. And what does a period look like, Malachi?
A little dot.
A little dot, right? And what about the question mark, Sadie?
A hook with a dot.
There you
Upside
go.
down hook with a dot.
That's a good way to describe it. An upside down hook with the dot. And what does an exclamation mark look like?
Big line with a dot.
A big line with a dot. All right, let's say our chant one more time, okay? A sentence begins
A sentence begins
with a capital letter,
with a capital letter,
is a complete thought,
and a complete thought.
and has a period,
It has a period,
question mark,
question mark,
or exclamation mark
or exclamation mark
at the end.
at the end.
Let's not hit the table, please, okay? Let's say it one more time just so we can kind of get it stuck in our heads and remember, okay? A sentence begins
A sentence begins
with a capital letter,
with a capital letter,
is a complete thought,
is a complete thought,
and has a period,
and has a period,
question mark,
question mark,
or exclamation mark
or exclamation mark
at the end.
at the end.
Good job. So, did you notice on my chant paper, I underlined the A. Why do you think I underlined that A?
Because it's a capital.
Okay, wait till I call on you, please. But Malachi, yes.
Because it's a capital name, and they want you to know capital at the first.
Yes, because you need to make a capital when you start your sentence, right? And where is the period? What color is it on this? Where is it? The period.
It's pink.
It's pink right at the end, right? So we know that's a complete thought, right? It makes sense. A complete thought means it makes sense.
They're not a comma. You do the same thing with a period, except for you move on. You pause, and then you move on.
Yes, but we're not learning about commas right now. We'll learn about those later.
Watch this.
Okay, so in a little bit, I'm going to have you guys either by yourselves or with partners. I'm going to give you paper, and I'm going to have you write 3 sentences on your paper, okay? One sentence needs to have a period. One sentence needs to have a question mark at the end, and one sentence needs to have an exclamation mark, okay?
I love this, Sadie.
So we're not breaking up yet. So I'm going to write some sentences on the board just to kind of give you an idea of what these different kind of sentences might look like, okay? So I'm going to talk about going to the grocery store, okay? So my first sentence I'm going to say is, I am going
To the grocery store.
to the grocery store. And I'm going to put a period at the end of this one, okay? Right? Please leave the table. Let's leave the table alone. My next sentence is going to be, so I'm at the grocery store and I'm thinking, what will I buy there? So that's going to be my next sentence.
What will I buy? Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Lunch dogs.
Lunch dogs? What are lunch dogs?
It's another word for hot dogs.
Ah.
Except for you eat them at lunch. And I love hot.
You love hot dogs. So this one I'm going to put a question mark. Okay?
And then you can write, ooh, some hot dogs. Or, ooh, I found what I want.
So for my third sentence, I'm going to write.
I bought a cake for my birthday.
I'm going to write. Look,
A peanut butter jellyfish.
they have
S'mores.
my favorite fruit.
What?
They have my favorite fruit.
My favorite vegetable.
Bananas.
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 Bananas. That's my favorite fruit. Okay, so let's look at these. Let's look at these sentences, right? They have. What do they have at the end? They each have different what at the end?
Different questions.
Different punctuation marks, right?
Yeah.
What in my first sentence? What does my first sentence have at the end? What does my first sentence have at the end?
Period.
A period, right? Because I'm just saying something, right? I'm not asking a question. I'm not excited. I'm just saying, oh, I'm going to the store. Just something simple, right? So that has a period at the end. What about my next sentence? What's my next sentence?
What will I buy there?
Good. What do I have at the end of that?
Question
A
mark.
question mark, right? Why do I have a question mark on this one?
Because you're asking a question.
Because I'm asking a question. I'm saying, what am I going to buy there, right? I'm asking someone,
What
maybe
am I
myself, or I'm asking you, what am I going to buy at this grocery store?
You're going to buy and not going to be here thinking. I'm going to buy my hot dog.
And then on my last sentence, right? What's the punctuation mark on my last?
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Why? Because why is there an exclamation mark on this one?
Look, it's excited. Favorite fruit, banana.
Because I'm excited that they have my favorite fruit, bananas.
Is your real favorite fruit banana?
Yes, my real favorite fruit is bananas.
They're mushy.
So,
I love bananas.
let me ask you this. What if I erased this letter I right here? And I wrote it like this. Would that be correct? Would that sentence be correct if I erased the big letter I and I put a little letter I?
No.
No, why not?
Because it's not a capital and you need a capital to start a sentence.
Because you need a capital to start a sentence, right? So when I send you guys to write your own sentences, what are you going to make sure it has?
Capital punctuation.
And you're going to make sure it has a capital at the beginning and some kind of punctuation at the end, right? I'm going to want 3 different punctuations at the end. So, I have another chart that you guys can use to help you remember. Okay? My punctuation chart, right? Yes, Malachi. No, in just a few minutes.
I need to use
In
that.
just a few minutes. So this is our punctuation chart, okay? At the top it says punctuation. And what is this right here?
A stop sign with punctuation.
Stop sign with punctuation right here, right? Because the sentence right here says punctuation marks are like stop signs at the end of sentences.
So for you pause, not stop.
Well, sometimes you have to stop, right? If there's a period at the end, you stop.
No, you pause. And then
If there's a question mark, you stop. If there's an exclamation point, you stop. Not a long stop. It can be somewhat like a pause. But that tells you what to do. Monroe, sit up. That tells you what to do, right? It tells you that someone wrote that sentence and then they're done with that one thought and then they move on, right? So I have my punctuation people right here. All right? I have this girl who's holding the what?
Period.
Period. You can just say it out loud. It's okay.
I need to slap on my dad.
And then this guy has the what?
Question mark.
He's holding our question mark. And what is this girl holding?
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark, right? And then down here at the bottom are some examples of some sentences, right? The dog is brown, and I put a what at the end?
Question mark.
Period.
What?
And what does it start with?
Capital.
Capital. In my next sentence, I said, did you see the dog? And what's at the end of that one?
Question mark.
Question mark, because I'm asking a what?
Question.
A question. And wow, he runs fast.
Exclamation mark.
Has an exclamation mark. And we need to make sure we always start our sentences with a
Capital.
capital letter. That's right. So, I'm going to pass out your papers, okay? And I'm going to have you guys think of, I want you to,
I want to say these things now.
I want you to think of 3 sentences, okay? Your 3 sentences can be of anything, right? What do you, try to think of something that you want to write about. Let me write some ideas on the board, okay?
I already know my favorite.
Okay, if you already know your 3, that's great.
Can it be stuff like I want to be here?
You can write, we can write about animals, or school, or a trip you took,
What's that?
or like, did you take any trips during the summer? Did you go on vacation? You can write about that. You can write about your family. Okay.
I'm spelling about
About animals. You're gonna write about animals. So try to think of a couple sentences to write, one with a period, one with a question, and one with an exclamation mark. And just 3 sentences, and then we'll go over them in a little bit. And I will walk around, and I will help you out if you need help, okay? Got it? Good.